Truth. All of you, first deep exhalation. So you should be able to see within no time, the mind can be brought under control by doing pranayama and focusing the mind on the breath. All you need to do is voluntarily observe your breath going in through the nostrils, and then importantly, retaining that focus, the thought that is acquiring all good qualities, then exhale. So do that at least 4 times. So having focused the mind on the breath and the mind is fairly calm, right? Raise the thought to supreme principle which you started learning. Supreme principle is equal to Upadana Karanam plus Nimitta Karanam of the entire universe. All of you will be very surprised. This is Bhagavan. This is the real Bhagavan as explained in the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, and also the Brahma Sutras. Morning I told you, Janmadyasya yataha. If Bhagavan was as per our limited understanding, somebody who should give all that we want, then the greatest scriptures will not talk about Bhagavan being what? That principle from which emerges, sustains, and is dissolved. So that is a real first step to understanding Bhagavan Tattvataha, as Bhagavan told in the 7th chapter. So, Yetova imani bhuta nijayante e najata nijivanti yatrayantyabhisambishanti tad vijijñāsasva tat brahmeti. So, tad vijijñāsasva. So, try and understand. Jnatum ichha jignasa. Visheshataha janati, vijanati. So, jignasa, vijignyasasva, very special word. See in Upanishad. So, that ichha to know visheshataha, that supreme principle, both what? In essence, and also realize the truth as one's own true nature. Jnana vijnana yogaha. Let's understand further, because this is a very, very deep, this is ultimate knowledge that one has to strive to get. You have to be very dedicated, consistent, constancy is required. Don't get deviated, don't read any other material. My Paramaguru used to say, stick to Upanishads, stick to Shankara, learn properly. Okay, let's come back to the class now. Om Vakratunda Maha Kaja Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Medeva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shajevavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryanta Mande Guru Paramparam Smriti Purananam Adayam Karunadayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankara Acharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Katav Bande Bhagavanto Punah Punah ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्ति भेद विभागिने व्योमवत्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अपार करुणा सिंधुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम्। ओम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। श्री भगवानुवाच तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वत ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पंडितं बुधाः। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता सप्तमोऽध्यायः ज्ञान विज्ञान योगः। ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अंडमं व्यक्त संभवम् अंडस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी। ओम let's stand shloka number 4 and 5 which we learned in the last class. Sri Bhagavanuvacha Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu kham mano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakritirashtadha apareyamiti svanyam प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे परम जीवभूतां महाबाहो ययेदं धार्यते जगत्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हार्दं स्वागतम, hearty welcome to the next session on this wonderful chapter, 7th chapter, Jnana Vijnana Yoga, where Bhagavan is revealing the true nature of Brahman. See, Bhagavan, when he manifests, he or she manifests as a physical form, we give the name what? Ishvara, Bhagavan, God, some name, some form. But when the same principle is bereft of name and form, remove the name and form from the same principle, that is what? Arupam, that is beyond name and form, that is Brahman, pure consciousness principle. Remember the shloka that we learnt earlier. Ajopi san avyayatva bhutanam ishvaropi san prakritim swam adhisthaya sambhavami atma mayaya. Ram Ram Subbo. Now, all these things we should connect. Bhagavan told earlier, at that time we didn't understand. Anybody remembers? Did we learn this or not? Huh? No. Where are we? Huh? At least This is second class during weekend. So people should at least be BG54, Meenakshi madam, Ritwij, right? Write down all the references. See, one reference to Maya was given, Daivi, Shesha, Gunamayi, Mamamaya, Duratyaya, Mamebaye, Prapadyante, Maya, Metam, Tarantite. Yes or no? I wanted to really be serious. Nah. In fact, you can write in the chat box, continuously keep on writing, whatever you understand. If you don't understand, put the question. Because if you cannot get this structure properly, you'll never understand Bhagavan. You'll always be doing some chanting, following somebody using Nama Sankirtana, and this life is gone. Please understand. That's why many people, somebody told me, oh, this person taken sannyasam, studying all the scriptures. First question is, from whom are you studying? Unless you study this same Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra from the right teacher, you'll never understand. You can stand upside down. You'll get absolutely no proper knowledge. So studying the scripture is important. Studying the right way is important. Studying the right teacher, traditional teacher is very, very important. Otherwise, all the effort will go waste. Yeah? So now we're understanding what is the first one? Mama Maya Duratyaya. Write down all these sentences. Number one. What is the reference? Vimalvi. First, studiously you study all these things. So that is what? What does it mean? Bhagavan says, the world of Maya is my own creation. Mama Maya. He himself is saying Duratyaya. That means what? Very difficult to cross. That means what? One you should try and cross. At the same time, it is difficult to cross. Bhagavan is, that's what he's doing. He's putting a World Wide Web exactly like our www. Can you live without www today? Tell me, all of you. Anybody who has not visited the web for one day at least, NRS, you tell me. In Dubai, maybe? At least once. It is a web. We are caught in it. You cannot get out of it. Similarly, the entire universe is created by Bhagavan. So, the matter principle behind creation is Bhagavan. Clear? Then Bhagavan also says, earlier, just now, Meenakshi want to put the reference. Ajaha api san. That means what? Though I am unborn, birth cannot be attached to me. Bhagavan is clearly saying from his own mouth that I am never born. Now, you get me? How is it possible? Bhagavan is born and he's saying, but I am never born. Can you see? Ajaha api, even though I am unborn, I cannot be subjected to birth. Ajaha api san, ajo api san, avyayatma. Very important, powerful sentence. I am that avyaya atma, the undecayable, that which cannot perish, imperishable atma tattvam. So Bhagavan says there he is atma. Bhagavan essentially is Brahman. So Atman and Brahman are one. So many things you can start understanding. You study Gita systematically, properly. Sukshmaya Sukshma Darshibhihi. When we start Katobri, you will understand this mantra. Oh, it is not easy. Only for a person having the subtle, piercing knowledge, how to understand the scriptures, this will get revealed. So Ajaha apisan avyayatma. One. Bhutanam Ishvaraha apisan. Now, Vijayaraghvan, that means what? He is the Lord of the entire creation of all the beings. So within no time, you got done Jim Boomba and the Kauravas would have gone. Again, correct? Did Bhagavan do that? Did Bhagavan do that? He was right in front. Did he do it? No, he allows the karma to play. That means what? Entire creation is done by Bhagavan, so that all our karma phalam has to be extinguished. So please understand, no magic will work. No inner engineering will work. You have to do your duty systematically every day, day in and day out, as per the scriptures. Follow the scriptures, read the scriptures, understand the truth. That is the only way to be realized and get the permanent peace of mind. Don't think some magic can happen. Somebody, somewhere, something will happen and they will touch your head and will get no peace of mind. It's not going to happen. Are you convinced or not? Swamiji, are you convinced? Bhagavan is saying, I'm not saying. So it was so easy. Bhagavan should have touched. Arjuna said, here you are, free from all problems. Yes or no? Because this is the answer to the question, why did Bhagavan create the universe? Why all these problems? You would have made sure I don't have any problems. Please understand. He is a guide, philosopher, friend. He'll give the right way. We will have to work our way through. So, what? Ajaha pisan, ajopisan abhyayatma bhutanam ishvaraha pisan. 2 times apisan is coming. The sun is neither what? Your son, S-O-N son, nor S-U-N son. Apisan is an epithet in Sanskrit, even though. Okay. So, Bhutanam Ishwaropisan. What does Bhagavan do? Prakritim. Also very important. I am quoting it relevantly for this sloka only. What is Prakriti? Right now we are discussing 2 types of Prakriti. What are they? What are the 2 Prakritis that are there in discussion right now? I am very happy. Para Prakriti and apara prakriti. So in that sloka, what we referred, now write down. Now revisiting the same sloka with more knowledge. I told you, Bhagavad Gita should be studied 18 times. But from a cursory look to first level, second level. Now when you revisit that sloka, ajaha apisan abhyayatma. Atmana enna kayan? Para prakriti or apara prakriti? Quick answer should come. Let me see whether you are in the class or not. Napa. No. Atma. Ajaha. Now, take the sloka. Somebody has put a sloka in the chat box. Very nice, interesting thing. Ajaha apisan avyayatma. What is that Atma, Sundar Mama? Para Prakriti. Write down. Put a circle on the sloka. Para Prakriti. Higher nature. Bhutanam Ishwaraha apisan. From there, an aspect of apara prakriti is starting. Now, Bhagavan is very clear. Prakritim swam adhishtaya. Swam prakritim. That means what? My own prakriti. Which prakriti now? Again, there are only 2. Once para is gone, what is left? Apara prakriti. Abba. Noble praise you can give for all these things. Apara prakriti. Now you got the same sloka. Bhagavan has clearly mentioned his intent. When you study 7th chapter, go back and study all these slokas, you'll get more clarity. Are you getting clarity or not? So, Prakritim Swam Adhishtaya, using my own apara prakriti, Sambhavami. Sambhavami means what? I manifest myself. Atma Mayaya. Now here he combines both. Atma, the Brahman principle, which has got Maya Tattvam, the matter principle. So the Maya Tattvam belongs to Brahman. The lower Apara Prakriti exists together with Para Prakriti in Brahman. Clear so far? Are you able to now see? Now when you analyze this sloka after some knowledge, are you able to understand much better? Similarly, when you study Upanishads, revisit Gita, lot more clarity will come. When you study Brahma Sutra, then revisit Upanishad, then revisit Bhagavad Gita, more clarity will come. You're all asking, sir, why am I not getting peace of mind, sir? I've gone through Gita so many times. Many people say, I studied Gita. First thing, how did you study? With whom did you study? What way you studied? That is the first question. So please understand, there is a method to study Vedanta. If you want this to be integrated, internalized, realized, there is a process. So come to Brahmavidya class, understand properly. Clear? Huh? Little more knowledge you got now? Why so much I am saying? Because the true nature of Bhagavan is equal to what? Now should be very clear. Para Prakriti plus Apara Prakriti. Para Prakriti is equal to the supreme consciousness principle. Apara Prakriti is the matter principle. Consciousness presupposes intelligence. Write down. You cannot have intelligence without consciousness. Are you getting what I'm saying? Suppose you're intelligent. How can you say you're intelligent? There should be something conscious to say that you're intelligent, to cognize. You need what? Conscience. To understand. All that because conscience. So conscience or consciousness principle is the intelligent principle. Vimalvi, puriyarda? This world is not created randomly by Big Bang theory. Nah? Ram Subbu, people don't have any other work. They spend billions of dollars on trying to prove the Big Bang. Only if they put the money in Vedanta, Arvind, you're going to Canada, America, tell the scientists to invest in Vedanta. Then the whole world will be free from all problems. Okay? That they don't want. You see? So, Bhagavan is saying clearly, there is a higher nature of mind, which is what? Pure consciousness. The lower nature is the matter principle. So, in the last class, we understood what are the two karanam required. Karanam means cause. Aripanamana. Required for creation. Whether it be your chapati or the world. Upadana karanam and nimitta karanam. Upadana karanam is the matter principle. Upadanam. Upadanam means matter. Then, that from which something can be created. It's called upadanam. Then nimittam means the instrumental cause or intelligent cause. So far, is it clear? So what is true? For people after the class, we are going to take dinner. You have to be prepared with all food, And for that as well as creation of the universe, you need both the causes. One is called the material cause, another is called the intelligent cause. So how for your own food and everything, you know what is the material cause? Yes or no? Every day ordering groceries, correct? Buy all these things, correct? All the material you order or not, or go and buy. Or you order online, get everything. Matter is first bought. Then somebody intelligent will be at home to cook. Otherwise, all the matter is a waste. Correct? That's why people will go to hotel and eat from there. So both are required. What is the matter principle equivalent of that for the creation of the universe? In the same thing or something different? Bhagavan is saying, here are 8 broad categories into which the matter principle is being divided. Now come to the subject. All of you downloaded this e-book. Very important. This chapter, without this, you will not be able to understand properly. Download this e-book. We'll go through systematically all these things. I'm giving some more time for all of you to download this book. Do it during the weekend. At least one good thing you do during the weekend. Download this book, e-book. Okay. Okay. Now, very importantly, note this sentence. Many people asking, sir, where did Bhagavan say matter is from me? So circle the word called me. The word called me, right? Shloka number 4. Bhumi rapo nalo vayuhu khammano buddhi revacha ahankara iti yam me. That may be forgotten. No. Correct? We all keep chanting. But unless you draw your attention to the word may is there or not? Haripanavana, I got the book. May. Circle the word may. May means what? My. I want you to pay attention and understand and digest this. So Bhagavan is saying in shloka number 4, these 8 principles, what are they? Write down. Bhumihi, apaha, analaha, vayuhu, kham, manaha, buddhihi, ahankaram. 8 principles in the increasing order of subtleness. So very systematically organized, not random. So as I told you, the matter that is manifest and you are seeing in the world is the grossest form of matter. Gross means what? Easily discernible, cognizable, experienceable by your 5 sense organs. Before manifesting as this gross matter, this was existing in a subtler form. First I use subtle form, subtler, subtlest. Sukshmam, sukshmataram, sukshmathamam. Write down. Sukshmadi Sukshmam. So here when Bhagavan is talking about these principles, which is what? Bhumi, earth. It is not the physical earth that you are seeing. Then apaha, water. It is not the water that you are seeing. It is subtler form of water. Then subtlest form of fire, subtlest form of air, subtlest form of space. See, what space in which everything is there, subtler form is there. Then there is something called as the cosmic ego. Samashti Sukshma Shariram. I told you, Hiranyagarbha Tattvam. I told you, no? That is what Ahankar. This Ahankar is not a personal Ahankaram. And the cosmic intellect, Buddhi. These are the fundamental principles. So where are the last two required? Now go back to the same shloka. Why is Buddhi? Manaha is mind. Okay, it's actually from the ego. Then Buddhi, the intellect, and the Ahankara Tattvam, which is the Sukshma Samashti Sukshma Shariram, Sukshma Tattvam, Sukshma ego, that is Ahankaram. Why that is required? Why? Because these belong to aspect of Jivatma. Write down. The creation has got both Jada Tattvam, inert matter, and also so-called living matter, conscious matter. Yes or no? We are all what? Inert matter or conscious principles? What are we? You are all supposed to have consciousness, right? And the consciousness to work, you have to have Buddhi, ego, Ahankaram, all those things. So that is why, broadly, Bhagavan in these 8, and all these are matter principles, please understand. Manaha, Buddhi, Ahankaram, all three are also matter. They are not different from matter. Are you understanding so far? Na Ganesh Ramurthy Purnida. First loka we say, Mano Buddhi Ahankara Chittani Naham. See? Why? Because it is matter principle. So now, there are 8 principles, out of which 5 are inert matter and 3 belong to those that create the consciousness to be reflected in the inert matter and present itself as what? Living being. What is living being? Living being is matter which has got consciousness within it. Vijayaraghvansi, are you understanding? Clear so far? So to create the infrastructure, Bhagavan has given us 8 key matter principles whose combination is what finally, when it starts from subtlest way to subtler, then the subtle, then the gross, this whole creation happens as a process. So let's quickly go. Anybody has got Shankara Bhashyam? I'll read 2 sentences so that you get more clarity on this before we proceed forward. Because slightly very difficult, so you need to understand this in more detail. So Bhagavan says here, Acharya says on Bhagavan's words, Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu. So they are called tanmatras. Write down. Tanmatra means subtle element, elementary principle. So now, for people who are more interested, you should go and refer to a wonderful book called Panchikaranam by Adi Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya not only explored the consciousness principle in detail, Adi Shankaracharya also explored the matter principle in detail. There are 2 great scriptures called Panchikaranam, and the other one is what? Prapanchasaram. Write down. Just for information. Whenever you are finding time, retired, you can study all these things. So Panchikaranam means how the 5 subtle elementary principles combine to form the gross elementary principle. Now understand, only one example I'll give you. So when you say earth, earth is a gross principle or not? It has got 1/8 portion of the remaining 4 elementary principles. Now write down formula. 1/8 into 4 is equal to what? Mathematics. See? What is 1/8 into 4? Half. So half, 50% contribution comes, like you do SIP contribution, right? 50% you put. Nah, Ganesh Ramamurthy, supposedly that mutual fund should put, they'll not put anything, they'll take money from you, right? 50% comes from the elementary principle of earth. That means what? Earth that you see. What is matter? Now go back to first basic. What is matter? Combination of Rajas, Tamas, Sattvam. Correct? When you double click the principle of matter, the tamasic portion is very, 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 very heavy. Okay. Now 50% of the subtlest principle of earth, matter principle, which is very tamasic, is 50%. And 1/8. What? 1/8 is what? 12.5%. Correct? Am I right? Mathematics. Ganesh Ramamurthy. 12.5% of water, fire, air, and space, subtle principle combined, that becomes half. What is half plus half? At least this much you should know. Understand now? How earth is formed? Earth is formed in this process. Similarly, you take any of the 5 basic matter principles. So let's focus on first 5. There are 5 basic matter principles. Write down. So from the subtlest, if you say Akashad Vayuhu Vayoragnihi Agnerapah Adhyaf Prithvi, Upanishad mantra says. Have you heard this mantra? Brahmavidya param tadesha bhyukta satyam jnanamanantam brahma yo 𝐒𝐚𝐫𝐚 paramebhyo mannaso oshnyude sarvan kaman saha brahmana vipaschiteti tasmadva etasmadatmana akasha sambhutaha akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah adhyaf prithvi prithivya oshadhayah oshadhibhyonnam mannat purushaha. So beautiful, you see. Even while explaining the Brahma Tattvam, the Upanishad says, one who knows Brahman becomes extremely happy, achieves the highest. Yes or no? We remember? Came from for Taittiriya class, no? You all should listen to Taittiriya Upanishad. We'll release it shortly, all the videos. Very beautiful scripture. So from there, it jumped to Atman. You see how nicely? From Brahman, tasmadva etasmad atmana. Should have kept quiet, right? No Brahman, no Brahman, no Brahman. Subaraman sir, solli summa. What is Brahman? From Brahman only, this Atman which is Brahman, all these were created. What? Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha. Akashaha sambhutaha. Right? Only one word. Akashaha sambhutaha. Tasmadva etasmad atmanaha. Enna vibhakti ide? Atmanaha. From the Atman, Panchami Vibhakti. From the Atman, from the Brahman, Akasha, space was created. How interesting again? Shankara clear? So there also, I'm giving all the references so that you are very clear. Because many people are still doubting. No, all these things are all Greek and Latin, not Bhagavan. Bhagavan is Bhagavan. Bhagavan is supposed to be Sri Ramachandra Murthy, Krishna Murthy, Hanumat Murthy. We should go worship. What? Yesterday was Shankara Chaturthi. Go and do puja to Ganesha, get the blessing. Correct? This is the reality. Now, what is happening in the world, Rajendran sir? Reality becomes what? Difficult to understand. Reality is like Greek and Latin. Blasphemy, wrong things are propagated, that becomes the truth. I keep saying. You keep on saying the false things again and again, that becomes truth. So please understand, you don't fall into the category. So very clear. Real nature of Brahman is equal to the matter plus consciousness principle. The matter also beautifully organized. 5 that are required basic inert matter. 3 that are required for living matter. Are you seeing the organization? Did anybody tell you in Bhagavad Gita all this is there? Nobody knows. I'm telling you, 99% people don't know Bhagavad Gita properly. I can say with a lot of confidence because I studied for 25 years with great jnanis. Please understand. This is the way to study. Clear? Huh? 5 plus 3, put the 5 plus 3 logic, and each one of these 5, each one, let's take earth, is 1/2 comes from the earth portion, 1/8 into 4, half comes from the other portion, becomes one solid earth principle. Clear? Huh? So far. So Acharya says, Tatha Abadayaha api. Abadayaha api means even though what? They cannot be broken further. When you see them, internally it's got a structure. What is that? Tanmatranyeva uchyate. Apaha, analaha, vayuhu, come. So Bhagavan Acharya takes systematic approach. First takes the matter principle first. What? Inert matter first. Apaha. What is apaha? You all know? Water principle. Analaha. What is analaha? Analaha means what? Analaha, fire, that which cannot be satiated. Then vayuhu, what? Air. Come. Come means space. From this come only, you are getting the word sukham, dukkham. Write down. When you say sukham, I'm happy means what? The space around me is happy. I'm feeling happy. Come, the space around me. Problem, always challenges. So dukkham. Krishna here. This is true even in Canada also, not only in India, anywhere. Sukham, dukkham. Pargo. You study Gita, how much knowledge? Sukham, dukkham comes from the root word kam, su plus kam, duhu plus kam, dukkham. Yeah. Positive vibe, negative vibe. That is the space around you. Okay, anyway. So, some understanding you have Sanskrit. So these principles. So going once again from the grossest, which is what? Bhumihi, apaha, analaha, vayuhu, and kam. Now write down. These 5 form the basic inert matter principle. It is like your what? What you require for construction of the house. Let's take example. What do you want? You need sand, yes or no? You need cement. You need water. Now, tell me, independently, can they become a building? I give you only sand. Can you make building out of it? Think about this for a minute. I'll give you independently only water. Construct a building with water. Construct building only with cement. Can you do it? Look at the beauty. Even in science, you need all those to be mixed in right proportion. Yes or no? Sometimes you need more cement, sometimes less cement. Look at it. Huh? So the combination is what makes finally the gross matter that is in front of you. Similar to that, the wall that you are seeing, that is gross, the combination of all these things. Similarly, the gross matter, gross, now write down, no prefix, gross earth, gross water, gross fire, gross air, gross space has got inbuilt within it the other 4 elements in the proportion I mentioned. So far, are you clear? So far, clear? The 5, what are these called as? Somebody answer in chat box. 5 inert matter principles. Where do they come from? Radhakrishnan sir, quiz question. Nah, on the spot quiz. Where does it come from? Doubt. Bhagavan. Brahma. Bhagavan. Correct. Don't have any doubt. What? Somebody said, no, this is not a Big Bang theory. Something happened. That's the confusion all I got. Then keep on saying again and again and again. Scientists can never find the fundamental matter principle unless they accept Bhagavan. Clear? So far clear? The fundamental matter principle is nothing but Bhagavan. Not even comes from Bhagavan. It is Bhagavan. Bhagavan's what? What nature? Quickly, answer should come. Lower nature, apara prakriti, upadana karanam. All that should come in structure now. Okay? Apara prakriti, upadana karanam, lower nature, all these things together. So far, are you comfortable? So only with this matter principle can we create a human being and living beings. We need 3 other what? Matter principles which can reflect the consciousness principle. Now you see, within our body, is there not both consciousness and matter? Yes or no? Any doctors in the audience? Tell me. Huh? There is consciousness and matter, yes or no? Sir, there is no matter. Everything is consciousness, sir. So when you actually cut your nail off, what happens? Matter gets dissociated, yes or no? Yes or no? Huh? Pure matter, right? Huh? The grossest matter, even though some consciousness is there, it is not affecting you. Same thing if you prick your screen, what happens? Problem. Correct? Huh? More manifestation of consciousness. Something affects your mind. Very, very problematic. Yes or no? Subramanian sir? Physical problem is a bigger problem, mental problem is a bigger problem. Tell me, all of you. Which is a bigger ailment? Mental ailment or physical ailment? You know. B.K. Nagaraj ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಆ ಕಾಲ್ನವೇ ಬೆಟರಪ್ಪ ಈ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಹಚ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಲೆಗ್ ಪೇನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ದನ್ ದಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ ಸೊ ದ ಸಟ್ಲರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ the more the impact, yes or no, are you getting the point? Because the consciousness is manifest so deeply at different levels. So 3 more things are required for further what? Grossification of the living being into the form that you are seeing now. What are they? Write down. Buddhihi, ahankaram, manaha. These 3 are required. And this manaha, buddhi, ahankara is not the gross manaha, gross buddhi, gross ahankaram that you are experiencing in your individual self. So far, are you clear now? Don't mistake that for your individual aspect of manaha, buddhi, ahankaram. So go back to Shankara Bhashyam. First, Acharya takes manaha. Iti manasaha karanam ahankaraha grihyate. Buddhihi iti ahankara karanam mahat tattvam. Ahankaraha iti avidya samyuktam avyaktam. So write down 3 important definitions. It's slightly complicated. I will not make it very busy. Just a very high level I'll give you. Manaha iti manasaha karanam ahankaraha. See, what is happening is, there is a separate theory of creation as per the Sankhya philosophy. Write down. The Sankhya philosophy talks about matter's grossification in a particular format, systematic format. Just like your Mendeleev table, no? You all know Mendeleev elementary table is there. From there, all the compounds are done. So the scientists of matter are called what? People who do Sankhya philosophy, and the another group is also called what? They are the Nyaya Vaisheshika people, Kanadaha, Maharishi. They all specialize in how this atomic structure got grossified. In that, the things are mentioned, which we accept. For explaining creation, we take some structure and explain. So, in that, there are 3 tattvams explained. They are ahankara, they are then the mahat tattvam and avyaktam. Avyaktam, avyakritam is the fundamental matter, as I told you, maya tattvam. Acharya says, understand the manaha that is being told. Now, manaha is the definition. Now, write down. Bhagavad Gita definition of manaha is equal to the original definition in Sankhya philosophy as ahankara. The buddhihi that is told in Bhagavad Gita is the cause of ahankaram called mahat tattvam, mentioned in Sankhya philosophy. It's all definition, technical definitions. Subtle principles. For now, you understand, they're all very subtle principles. You cannot catch them in some microscope or in some telescope, nothing. They're all explained through the signs of deep tapas, realized through that. Then the other last one is ahankaraha iti avidya samyuktam avyaktam. Acharya won't leave the word avidya samyuktam. That means what? Epitome of avidya, which is maya tattvam. Clear? So, then says, yatha vishaya samyuktam annam visham iti uchyate evam ahankara vasanavat avyaktam moola karanam ahankaraha ityuchyate. Clear, no? So these are all very subtle elements. See, Acharya is the example. Now, Vijayaraghavan, see, when food is mixed, poison is mixed with food, Visham, we don't say this is food poisoning. We don't say poisoned food. We say poison. Sir, no? Vimalvi? Suppose there is poison in Acharya's words, I'm explaining in English. Suppose poison is put in food. You won't say, hey, that is food poison. You won't say that. What you will say first? Reaction? It is poison. So the karanam or the mula karanam is attached, the fundamental cause attached to the grosser element. So Acharya says, focus on the tattvam behind what is mentioned. So as per Bhagavad Gita, what are they? Manaha, buddhi. Can somebody write the table? As per Gita, manaha, buddhi, ahankaram. As per original Sankhya philosophy, should take as what? Ahankaram, mahat, and avyaktam. Some small technical thing when you study Upanishad, you can study in detail. Clear? So these are required for manifestation of the Jivatma Tattvam. Please understand. For a living being to be formed, these matter principles should come together along with other gross matter, beautiful form, what we got from all the punya karma, many janmas has resulted in this physical form. And so we are born as human beings. Annat Purushaha. We are born. And they are bhinna. They are different from each other. Please understand. Though they have got certain things that are common, each one is different. Is water the same as fire? Anybody? Are water and fire one and the same? Are they different? Look at it. Water can put out fire. Yes or no? Huh? Can remove a lot of water, fire can go out. See, they are opposite, but they are coexisting. Huh? So they are different. Bhinna. Ashtadha means eightfold. Are you now clear with the eightfold matter principles? 5 plus 3. Now, Acharya now says beautifully, Ahankaraha 𝐤𝐤 sarvasya pravritti bijam dushtam loke. What is seen in the world, that ahankaram, I sense, is what is the fundamental seed for your individuality. Yes or no? Say, I exist. I need this. This is my space, my thing. I. That ahankaram is what is manifesting. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐬 𝐊𝐵𝐚𝐿 prakritihi me mama aishwari maya shaktihi ashtadha bhinna bhedam agata. Acharya was very nice. You can enjoy all these things. So, 𝐒𝐡𝐚 𝐊𝐵𝐚, as is told like this, me, mama. So, me is now put in bracket, mama. Mama maya duratyaya, me, 𝐒𝐡𝐚 me. It is mine, it is from me. Aishwari maya shakti. Bhagavan, Acharya is adding all these things. Aishwari, kevala shaktihi. I told you, no? Aishwari. Aishwari means Ishvara se bhavam Aishwaram. Aishwari maya shakti. Strilingam. See? So don't think in our Vedic system. Bhagi, don't think we're ignoring Sri Matas. Nah, we say what? Aishwari Maya. Nothing la. Without them, nothing will work. That is why Dampati. You say no, Dampati na anna, Valajana. Pati ki dam kudikirde. What? Wife da. Dampati. Inge barungo. It is there here. So, Maya Shakti. Immediately see that the thing changes to Strilingam. Mama Aishwari Maya Shakti Ashtadha Bhinna. So, these 8 principles are connected to the Maya Shakti Strilingam. That's why it was Shiva Shaktya Yuttho. So much you are understanding or not? Without Shakti, nothing can work. Nah. That is why our Vedic system, our Sanatana Dharma pays a lot of respect to what? Matradevo Bhava. First, Aparna Pitradevo Bhava. This is the other way around. First is Sri Mata. Please understand. Now, let us do the Padavibhaga and understand in more detail. Bhumihi, Apaha, Analaha, Vayuhu, Kham, Manaha, Buddhihi, Eva, Cha. Ahankaraha, Visarga is required. Iti Iti, iyam. Break it. Iti plus iyam, iti-yam. Are you getting? Nah, Lakshmi Narasimhan, purinjada? Iti plus iyam. Iti, iyam, me, bhinnaha. You need a what? Visarga. Or you can keep bhinna because it becomes what? Ashtadha. Bhinna prakritihi ashtadha. Clear? Number of words clear? Now look at Anmaya. Bhumihi, apaha, analaha, vayuhu, kham, manaha, buddhihi, cha, eva, ahankaraha. 10 words. Then, iti, iyam, me, prakritihi, bhinna, ashtadha. 16. Anmaya is clear? Anmaya team? PBA team clear, no? Is clear, huh? 16 words. Now look at the meaning. Bhumihi. Bhumihi means what? The subtle aspect of earth. It's not the gross earth. We are talking about, please understand, the systematic grossification of the subtle principles. I told you earlier. Now understand. Brahma Tattvam doesn't have the grossest matter within itself. For your understanding, I'm saying. Gross matter has got impurity or not? When you look around, there is impurity. Is water pure? You tell me. If water was pure, why you needed something called as what? Need something you have at home, no? I won't tell the model and all. Huh? From that only you will drink water. You will not drink water from the tap. Huh? Ganga water also you cannot take. Huh? So, if the matter that is present in the world was itself Bhagavan, then Bhagavan will be epitome of impurity. Yes or no? Addition, man produces so much of impurity and throws into the environment. Yes or no? Carbon, all this petrol, everything, that all the gas, carbon dioxide, everything you give or not, then Bhagavan should become impure. So please understand, the fundamental matter principle that we are talking about is not the gross matter. Subtlest matter principle leading to Maya Tattvam. So Bhumihi here does not mean the gross matter. That aspect of Maya, Trigunatmikam, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Tamas is predominant. 90 to 92% is Tamas Shakti. Very small portion of Rajas and what? Sattvam Shakti, because other aspects are there. So that is a principle, elemental principle. Write down. They are called as Tanmatram. Can somebody write this? Tanmatram means subtle elemental principles which get grossified into matter. Reference Panchikaranam. Study that later. Clear? Bhumihi, when I say, don't mistake for the gross earth. Then apaha. Apaha means what? Apaha Sanskrit. What is apaha in Sanskrit? Apaha means what? Water. Write down here. Apaha is nitya napum sakalingam. Sorry, nitya bahuvachanam. Nitya bahuvachanam. There is no ekavachana, dvivachana for apaha. For all other words, you will have what? Ekavachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana. For apaha, there is only one bahuvachana and 7 vibhakti for Rajan sir. Collect, can post it in our group. 7 vibhakti for apaha. Vibhakti irke. But vachanam is only one. This bahuvachanam. Water. Actually, say waters. You cannot say water. Because it's bahuvachanam. Correct? Huh? Next. Analaha. Analaha means what? That which cannot be satiated. Fire. Once again, the elemental fire principle. Next. Lot of Rajasic force is required. So when you see, when you move from earth towards water, earth will not move. Water moves or not? Fire is in motion or not? Can you see? Next, air is very, very, very mobile. You're mobile, right? And space should be. So look at it. So action also is required. So Rajas Shakti increases as you go towards Akasham becomes one of the aspects of Sattvam. Clear? So apaha, water, analaha, fire. Heat is required. Yes or no? The minimum temperature is not maintained in the body. What happens? You say Other questions are gone, right? So fire, Vayuhu, air, then come, space, all elemental principles. Then Manaha. Manaha iti what? Ahankara Tattvam, cosmic ego. It's all cosmic principle, not individual principle. Bhagavan is first bother about the entire universe, then will come to individual separately. He has to create the infrastructure, then only beings can be born, correct? Then only you can do karma, you can get karma phalam, then you can go to Bhagavan, say, Bhagavan, give me money, give me wife, give me child, give me health, give me that, right? Huh? When nothing, no, even infrastructure is not there, what will you ask? Where will you ask? Are you getting my point or not? It is like a theater. First, the stage should be there, then only you can enjoy the play. Before that, I want to enjoy now, what to enjoy again? So Bhagavan is creating all the infrastructure first. So then Manaha, this is the Hiranyagarbha Tattvam as per Upanishads, cosmic ego, Buddhihi, is not your individual Buddhi. It is the cosmic intellect, which I told, what? Somebody remembers? Buddhihi iti, what? Ahankara Karanam Mahat Tattvam. Mahat, very good, excellent. Buddhihi Bhagavad Gita is equal to Mahat. That's why the word Mahat is given. It's very high value. The cosmic intellect. What intellect we have is a partial intellect, which is a part of the cosmic intellect. The cosmic principle, cosmic Purusha is called as Hiranyagarbha Tattvam. Write down, all of you know today. The cosmic matter principle of these five elements, Bhumihi, Apaha, Analaha, Vayu, Kam, is technically called as Virat Purushaha. So Virat is the cosmic matter principle. Hiranyagarbha is the cosmic what? Sukshma Shariram. Samashti Sukshma Shariram. Samashti Sthula Shariram. Samashti Sukshma Shariram. And the fundamental Maya Tattvam, Avidya, is called as Samashti Karana Shariram. So write down. Samashti na. Samashti Bhikshavandhanam Mari. Nella Samashti. Na? Totality. So the cosmic ego, that is Manaha, the cosmic intellect, Mahat Tattvam, is called Buddhi, and the cosmic principle called Avyaktam. So that is Ahankaram. That is unmanifest principle. Avyaktam means what? Navyaktam iti avyaktam. So look at the fundamental matter. It is unmanifest. I told you matter exists two principles. Unmanifest matter, manifest matter. Avyaktam Ahankara Tattvam is the fundamental what? Unmanifest matter principle, which has got what? Acharya says here. Avidya. Avidya Samyuktam. That is why I told you Karana Shariram. Avidya is there from Avyaktam. Some idea you got, it may not become perfectly knowledgeable. Some concept you got or not, again. So the last three are required for Jiva Tattvam. First five are required for both Jivas and the what? Nirjiva, inert matter. So then what? Iti 𝐒𝐚𝐵𝐚 prakritihi. Iti 𝐒𝐚. This is what? Me. Means what? My prakritihi, nature. Bhagavan is clearly saying, this is my nature. Then what? They are bhinna. They are divided. Clearly categorized, which is divided. Ashtadha, eightfold. So are you clear? The eightfold matter principle. They are not gross matter. I am reiterating again and again, from which the gross matter gets formed. That's why Ashtamurti is very important when you look at Ashtamurti. You all learned Dakshinamurti Ashtakam or not? The final shloka, it comes. Bhuram bham senalo nilom baramahar nato himam shukpuman itya bhati chara charatmakamidam yasyaiva murtyashtakam. What beautiful way to summarize. So later when I take Dakshinamurti Ashtakam meaning, I'll explain. So This Ashtadha, 8 principles are required. So, very happy. So, Bhagavan is matter. I'm very happy. You are thinking. Before you can conclude, Bhagavan, no what? I'll take 2 minutes more, okay? Take some time. We can only, no? Instead of wasting time, unnecessary things, no, learn Bhagavad Gita. Look at shloka number 5. Apareyam iti tu anyam. So before you could conclude, this is what is Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, very, very different and distinct from this matter principle. It is called, what is this called as now? What is the matter principle called? Anybody quickly can summarize? What is shloka number 4 referring to? Matter principle, upadana karanam, apara prakriti. Clear, huh? Lower nature, distinct from this eightfold lower nature. There is a very distinct higher aspect of mind called para prakriti, which manifests as the jivatma tattvam in individuals. That means what? Bhagavan himself manifests as the jivatma tattvam, the consciousness principle in all living beings. Where should you look for Bhagavan? Should you go to Mount Kailash? Should you go to Vaikuntham? Should you go to what? Some other place? Where should you go? Look for Bhagavan. Bhagavan is saying, my higher nature, which is the form of consciousness, is manifest in what? All living beings. As the jivatma tattvam. One, there are 2 aspects. One, the higher nature, the consciousness principle, the para prakriti, manifests in the individual as the consciousness principle. Suppose consciousness is not manifest within your physical body, what will happen? You will not be vertical, you will be horizontal. It happens during Vedanta class. Slowly, all is Greek and Latin. What is consciousness, matter, parakriti, upadana? What? When consciousness disappears from your mind, it doesn't escape anywhere. Don't worry. Nah, it says it goes and enters the secret cavity of the heart and rests there for some time. Is withdrawn from all your organs, then you become flat. Nah, again. My father used to say, from vertical to horizontal. That means what? Your vertical being, when you become horizontal being, then consciousness goes away from you. Like that. So what happens? The consciousness is required for the jivatma to be manifest inside to perform all actions, yes or no? Without consciousness inside, you cannot even sit straight. Correct? Forget about hearing, listening. Everything has happened because of the consciousness present in you. That's why we chant this mantra. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso mano yadvachoha vacham sau pranasya pranaha. Clear? So, 1, 2. The same consciousness principle exists as pure Sat Swarupam. Existence principle. The supporting principle, I told you, the Maya Tattvam matter principle doesn't have existence of its own. So the same higher consciousness, higher nature, para prakriti, gives existence. Sat. What is Brahma Tattvam? Sat Chit Anandam, Sat Swarupam, by which the entire universe is held together. Please understand. Without the existence principle, the universe will collapse. Clear? You understand the point? So the higher nature is presented both as that which is present in all the beings as consciousness principle, and also the only one, it's 𝐒𝐚𝐫𝐢 which is supporting the entire universe. Okay, so far, space is not being held by its own. Something is making space be there in which everything can exist. You should start thinking. Are you able to think for some time? Everything is hanging in space or not? Think for the time. Somewhere in Bhagavad Gita, I should point out all these things. Ayaram, Gayaram. Understanding. At least go and see if you're in the night, go and see the sky. Everything is as if hanging in thin air. How is it hanging? People interested, write down. There is an Upanishad called Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. In which a lot of wonderful exchange of all this intellectual discussion happens between what? 𝐤𝐤𝐵𝐢 and a series of other great sages. All the Sri Matas note down. In that, the smartest of the persons arguing was a lady by name Gargi. Most intelligent among all the people, not the men. Nah, she is asking wonderful questions to 𝐤𝐤𝐵𝐢. One day you will take that. You will understand. All these are being enumerated in that portion of Brahman. Very nice. Study that. So, in that, Brahman is explained as that principle which is the one that is sustaining the entire universe. 𝐒𝐤𝐤 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐚 jagat. What a beautiful principle. Understood now? One, you need the matter. Two, you need the sustaining principle. The lower nature is the matter aspect, apara prakriti of Bhagavan. Higher nature is sustaining principle in which the entire universe exists. Clear? So far, is it clear? Some clarity you got after all this? Para prakriti. So we will take up Padavibhaga Anmaya for shloka number what? 5 in the next class. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Who's standing Gita Samvatsara Vaibhavam?
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Yeah.
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Please stand. Very good. 4th chapter. Continue. Excellent.
Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Chapter 4, slokas 21 to 27. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Nirashiryata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham yadruchalava santushto dvandvatito vimatsaraha samah siddhava siddhau cha krutvapi na nibadhyate gata sangasya muktasya jnanavastita chetasaha yajñāyācharatah karma samagram praviliyate brahmarpanam brahmahavir brahmagnyau brahmanahutam brahmaiva tena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina Daivameva pare yajñam yoginah paryupasate brahmajñava pare yajñam yajñainaivopajuhvati srotradinindriyanyanye samyamagnishu juhvati shabdadin vishayananya indriyagnishu juhvati sarvānīndriya karmāni prāna karmāni chāpare atma samyama yogāgnau juhvati jnana dīpite om shanti shanti shanti.
Very good. Excellent chanting, Shanti Shri Madam. So all of you remember this. Brahmarpanam. All of you chanting this before taking food. Please take 1 second. Don't quickly and put. People take food and start walking and eating. Sit down in a place for a second, chant this. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. You see, today what is studied and what is there in Sloka, both are very similar. Everything is a manifestation of Brahman. Are you understanding now? If the food that is there in a plate is, when you have that bhavana, then that becomes Brahma, Brahman for you. When you take that, that is the way to get jnana. Clear? So please have that, no? It's all understanding. First it is what? Following religiously, then understanding through proper study of Upanishads and Vedanta. So, are you all able to appreciate creation, Bhagavan, This is a way of introducing Bhagavan as what? Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. More to learn next class. Before that, tomorrow in 12 hours, what are you going to do? 18th chapter, we are discussing what? Jnanam, Karma and Karta. How to become a Sattvic Karta. That means what? How can I improve my Sattvic coefficient? No, we say no, intelligent, no, quotient. Sattvic quotient. Now write down. All of you should become what? Radhakrishna, don't talk about EQ, IQ, all this MQ and all. Should talk about SQ. Correct. Sattvic quotient. How much Sattvic quotient we have got? By doing proper Sattvic karma and being a Sattvic karta, we're going to discuss and discover. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu. समस्त सन्मंगलानि भवन्तु। ध्यायेता नारायण।